Said the former owner wished to present it to sales numbers.
Huh.
And that's
Okay, all right, Robert, ready to get this thing on the road? Michael's not dressed or anything? That's all right. Ready?
Jeet Kune Do is an autobiographical, non-traditional Chinese-American martial art developed by Bruce Lee and James Tiffany for actual combat in the street, and described by Bruce Lee as science for street fighting. Derived from Wing Chun Kung Fu, Western boxing, and fencing, using the principles of realism, simplicity, and individuality, what is sport, competition, or aesthetics. Using no way as a way, having no limitation as limitation.
You won't have your black side superpower.
At least he doesn't have a pink sash. Solely because it would be too complicated.
Those are hard to find.
That'd be complicated to make. Take a white one and try to dye it pink.
Yeah.
Because it has to be hot pink. It can't just be light red.
Right.
Yes. I don't know how you would get hot pink trying to dye something that's white. Be a mix of red and purple, maybe? I don't know.
Probably red and yellow. Something like
Yeah, it'd be complicated. Next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3.
I'll still check behind me and see if there's
Yeah.
any straight line down.
Any hanging things. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Left arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straight.
When did we ever stop doing the power poses?
Oh, I haven't done those in a long, long time.
I'm starting to feel confident in myself. Tomorrow I finally report to my actual work area.
Good.
Done training. 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh, that's pretty good, Al.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to keep that. Monday through Thursday.
way back when I worked for Beach. When I was over at Plant One welding in the summer, it got terribly hot.
Oh, I bet.
Terribly hot, especially over in the weld shop. So they would allow us to come in at 5 and get off at 1:30, just during the summer hours.
Wow.
We loved that.
Yeah. That's the thing.
We did that at Spirit for a long time. We were working 410s. We'd come in at 5 and get off at 3:30. And then have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Love that.
That's what one guy from my work area, or that I've been training with, let's go to my work area with me, he said he was on that schedule. And he said he would get overtime.
Oh, it's Spirit. You work at Spirit?
I can get a lot of overtime too, because Friday for me will be time and a half, and then Saturday will be double time, and then I can still get a day off if I want. So
Yeah, I like the 410.
yeah, I remember when you were on those 410s at Spirit. That was years ago though.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yep, I enjoy it.
It's a healthy schedule to be on. Not too much, not too little.
We were on it for a couple of years. On that shift. I love having my weekends off.
Oh, yeah.
3-day weekends.
I'm looking forward to it for sure. Yeah, but now this guy that I'm talking about, he's gonna be in my work area, but he'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. He'll be doing the 312s.
I was offered that over at Spirit, but I didn't want to work every damn weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, good class.
Yeah. One of my buddies, he right before the big layoffs with COVID and everything, he got on the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday 312s, and he was really happy about
I
that.
love that.
And
6 to 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. He got laid off, and then a year later or so, whenever they finally caught him back or whatever, they put him on second shift for 5/8, and he's still not happy. Yeah.
All right, Robert needs his purple stripe stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good way of dealing with freaking fiberglass.
Don't touch it.
Well, I'm not getting around that.
Like, what are you doing exactly?
Sometimes I gotta handle insulation, and like even wearing like this big old white suit thing, it still gets through.
Wash it off. Wash your arms as soon as you can.
Yeah. I guess like I'm taking 2 showers in a row and can still
Make
sometimes-
sure you use cold water, because cold water will close your pores and it gets that crap out of you.
Well,
Warm
yeah,
water
that's-
opens your
Are you
pores.
working with insulation at work?
Yeah, pretty consistently. So
Well, as soon as you're done working, go to the bathroom, wash your arms off.
okay.
Real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I got these sleeves. It's all trapped, and I gotta wash that in my computer.
They're currently in your boardroom?
Not as bad as like
Okay. That's
this
it.
morning.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
a
I'm
couple
thinking.
people-
It's like we're gonna be crossing hands and get,
Yeah.
it's like fighting with a shark.
Yeah,
No,
it took me a while to get everything off, but it's kind of a.
My
Thank you,
sister
man.
in her class, she had an idiot in her class where they went to the gym and they were working on the gym and they had just piles of insulation laying there. And one of the girls said, "Hey, look at that!" And then she ran and did a flying leap into it like it was pillows.
Oh yeah.
And she laid in it and also said, "You know that's made of glass, right?" And she's like, "Shut up." And then she got up and then she's like, "What's all over me?"
Fiberglass, honey.
And in you now, stabbed into your skin.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, don't you know what insulation is?
Yeah, does your arm things, are they puffed? Do they have elastic on it?
A little bit, yeah. It's not that great though.
Oh, well, that's, yeah.
Is it like the paper stuff?
Well, no. Actually, it's like a kind of like a cloth sleeve. It's kind of got like a wrinkle, stretchy thing here, and then up here a little bit. And then I still put a white suit on over that, and it was still getting really,
Yeah.
You
really
can,
insane.
if you want, tape it, yeah.
Oh
Tape it
yeah,
down.
I'm probably gonna do that.
Take it down and bring rubber bands with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, rubber band would be good. Yeah. Okay, so
Go through everything.
yeah, let's run through it backwards.
Demonstrate it for the people at home too, please.
Yep. Well, we're doing 1 through 25 first. So, do you want me to demonstrate those?
Yeah, we got 2 brand new people, remember?
Yeah. Okay.
Just online over here.
No, they're Jordan and Dakota.
They could be watching or watch later.
Oh.
Okay. So, number 1, he throws a giant quick punch, rear ton, lead punch together. Step in for you. It says starting from natural now.
Okay.
So we're gonna start right here, and then we see that coming, and you're going to lunge in and cut it off. Okay, number 1.
Oh, sorry.
Really, what?
Remember,
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure to hit up
Oh,
here. Ton, up here.
Okay, so relax. Good. Okay, so a little adjustment for you. You're as you're stepping into that for work, your back foot's just kind of going like that. The back foot should be the source of the lunge. So you should, for that, as you step forward, you should actually be bouncing off of that in order to come in. There you go. Try not to turn sideways as you do.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
because it feels like orientation and punching sides.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So forward. So I'll be left-handed. No, you had it correct. Oh wait, yeah. So yeah. Come in and make sure you're sending in that direction. Use that back foot as your spring.
Okay.
It's better. Still kind of going like that on the end.
Okay.
So we want to get up on the toe. That's the main thing. Get up on the toe and try not to drag it.
Okay.
Feel
It's hard
that?
to do that from a natural stance. Like if I'm already there, it's
Well, the main thing is that all you have to do is just pick up this foot, and then you spring forward off the back foot. There you go.
Oh, just like that.
That's better. Okay. All right. So now we do number 2. So well, you'll be doing that the whole time today. So
Okay.
this will be your practice. So number 2, there's a big hook punch. You do lead cock, rear lock,
Rotate around so you see it.
lead cock, rear lock, back fist. So. Okay. Your turn.
Start with slacking.
Your block's a little high.
Yeah.
You need to get it down here on like just above the wrist, really.
Okay.
'Cause I shouldn't be right up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I don't care about you slapping, just make sure the block right. Still high. Oh, still feeling it in the crease of my forward.
Okay.
Right up. Yeah. So throw your punch.
Yeah.
Throw a punch. Oh, throw left. Yep. Should be about right there.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
Because if you throw it again, if you block there,
Yeah.
it'll still reach around and hit you.
Yeah.
Now, how you can, there's a couple ways that you can improve this. Let's get back over here so people can see. Okay, so,
You know,
yeah, just throw your hook punch.
the way that you can make this easier is by having the hands close together like this.
Okay.
So don't try to go pox out grab like that, because they're so far apart that it's a bit harder to get that done.
I see.
If you put up both hands, then you can get it up there right where it needs to be, and it basically acts as a shield where that comes in like that, and then the top grab is right here. The other thing is, we're going to work on this today. Right now, you are blocking like this,
Yeah.
and this is good, but then you're going draw back for the back fist and then back out. Okay, so let's take out that step, and instead back fist right from here. So that'll take some adjustment, so do it slowly. So just pop lop right here, the new pop lop, like this, and then back fist right from here as you pull.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, pretty good.
It's hard to get
Yeah,
out.
try, keep it slow for now. Because
Okay.
part of how you get the power is by doing the pull and the shoulder motion, and so
Oh,
that's,
I forgot about that.
right. So that's going to take a bit. So don't try to speed it up for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Try not to like stiff arm it though.
Yeah.
Keep it about mid-range.
Okay.
And if you'd spread your feet a little bit more, you'd have a better, you'd have a stronger
Yeah, the
fist.
only thing I feel that's messing me up is starting from the natural stance. That's where it's weird.
This is where we're learning all new stuff.
Yeah.
When you're wearing them, it's easy for that.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna be standing around like this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's a very good point.
Go talk some diddle for a moment.
Okay.
Just I got my answers.
Talking about who's doing testing. Okay.
Yeah, what I'm feeling right now, I think,
Yeah.
is you're hitting with your wrist instead of your knuckles. So try to get those knuckles in your calves.
Okay.
That's part of the issue right there. Did you see that your lead hand was all the way up here, which
Yeah.
means you have no room. I think what might have been happening is the cock back was developed because it in response to it being so close. So you had to bring it back in order to do a good back fist.
Yeah.
So adjust it to focus on what's a good marker is this tendon right here. That set right there, those lines. So
Okay.
if you aim for those right there, then that's where you want to be.
Okay.
Slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember moving forward.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both
right.
hands
Both
together.
hands. Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, number 3. Other hand.
You want to do this one like that?
Nope. Up a little higher. If you would. There we go. Yep. So he steps in, does a punch. I do a lead pox out and a rear strike to the ribs. So come in and pull like that. Main thing is to do it together if you can.
Okay.
So,
Uh,
yeah, that's
Lead,
right.
yeah.
lead pox, rear pox. There we go. Good.
Is he gonna do this? No.
I know. I was just doing that to make sure I was like,
Yeah, ready for the next
in a
one.
good position.
Alright, that was good.
Good. Okay, number 4. So, number 4, he does a straight punch, ton and punch together. So, stepping forward. You can see how this one is most like just raising your hands in response to the confrontation. So he just comes in, and then we just cut across everything. So that's the key with this.
is we do not want to go like that.
Okay.
So focus on just raising the arms, and that will bring you right where you need to be. Think, don't go here and then here.
Okay.
Raise the arms, so just like that, and that will give you what you need.
Okay.
Probably a fairly rare move,
Good.
unless you just got laid.
Okay, so here's a little thing for you. Right now, you're a little too classical with your gun. It's going like that.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Right. So that be a little bit more like a punch with it, like that. So because that is what is required in order to make the punch miss. I don't need to do this part because out here it's just empty space. I'm not. Yeah. So as soon as that comes in, that's all I need. It's like we talked about before. It's aggressively handing something. So if the goal is give him the teacup right into his face, then I don't need to go to do that. I don't need to pick the teacup up. I already have it. So it's just straight in like this, and then I'll be able to do that punch.
Okay.
It's better. Yeah. Yes, that was your best one. Okay, fine. Number 5, do the same kind of tons out. Ton, pin, punch. And then, as you can see, it blends together. Ton, pin, punch. Yeah. So, ton, pin, punch, just as the whole lunge motion goes forward. This one's also very good for if you have enough space to see it coming, but your hands are down, then you can just raise them, and that's going to get it done. All you're really doing is just that.
Okay.
Give that a try.
June 12 and 13.
Awesome.
Nope. Sorry, he hasn't got it. He hasn't got it up yet. Those are 2021.
Try to get the time down.
So it'll probably be around the same time, in the middle of June.
Make sure and get that marked down so that we don't plan a vacation or something.
Oh
around
no,
that
I
time.
meant like I didn't do anything good.
So probably 17, 18.
Okay, that's the
17,
nearest.
18, 19. 19's Father's Day. No, he usually does before that.
What's kind
I
of
used to be able to do
So
this.
probably
Well,
the 10th, Friday
okay.
the 10th.
Yeah, you're probably thinking of it a little bit too segmented as a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to break it down into a 1. So you're still thinking of ton and a pin and a punch, right? So work on smoothing that down so that it's more of like a sound rather than a name. It's just so it's all at once. So the idea is just take all those moves and go and mush them into a single motion, which is it's like in theory you could actually do this with your fist closed. I mean the fact that it's open is just so to reinforce that you should be relaxed.
Yeah, I can do it smooth when my hands are already up, but
Right.
now it's like a.
Well, it's because you're not used to the rising motion.
Yeah. Okay. So. Okay. You're
So
right.
if you think of this, it's an arm swing. So like not this.
Right.
Don't bring it up to center first and then out because that's not necessary.
I see.
So we're instead of bringing it to this center, we're bringing it to that center and engaging with the enemy out here. So it's just rise up, and there you go. So that is the move. Yeah. So just try that a few times. Just rise up,
Okay.
like without him. Just
Like that?
Yeah. That's it. Now, the only difference between it and 7 is the fact that we engage with forearm first. It's like it's gotten out to us a little bit further, so that's why the forearm touches first. It's merely geographical. So he throws that punch, it gets out a little bit further, and so I do that taunting punch. The only difference between it and 7 is that 7 I got it out there sooner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When it feels like less effort, it's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the taunt in there properly, but whatever.
That's it. Now,
Yeah.
expand your footwork.
Oh,
Right now, you're taking a little step and then leaning to finish it off.
Oh,
Yeah, so bigger step, close him off.
should be.
Yep.
Okay. Make the noise. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh,
That's
you
better.
there. Oh. Make sure I feel your forearm. Make sure I feel your forearm more. Because right now your right arm's on the floor, your left arm's on the touch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Engage with that cut across motion.
You get your pin a little bit low. I don't know if you can see the red. It's yeah. Okay.
Let's scoot this way. What's this is just a little thing for you. Right now, just as you're executing the motions, you've got a backwards pulse going on after you finish the technique, which is why we're ending up over there.
Right.
Right. So what's happening is you're doing it and then doing that, and so it's you got the technique fine, but then you even before the technique is finished, you're pulling away.
Okay.
So instead, you want bash like this, and then we step back where we were. Don't incorporate that backwards motion into the move. Make sure that you finish, and then actually take a shuffle step back rather than something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So make him go backwards when you use the technique.
Okay.
Okay. Good. That was your best one. Next. 6. Okay. Okay. So number 6. Enter the same way that Tom pinned, so that it moves together. So like that, and then you can just turn and get right into the elbow. So that one becomes, instead of a 1, 2, 3, it's a 1, 2. So 1, cut across.
Okay.
That.
So it's the jaw holding.
Yes. Yeah, get closer to him is without leaning.
Okay. Matt, slow it down a tiny bit. So
Yeah.
Real close technique.
Okay.
You gotta be in kissing range.
Yeah.
You can kiss him with your elbow.
Yeah, I think you're kind of coming more from the front right now. Swing through.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
That's not a problem. Just be aware of the direction of your thumb so you don't have your elbow exposed or your elbow exposed. There you go.
Oh. So
Better.
Alright, now clean it up.
I got a
I
little.
can start from a sentence. That's what's
That's
missing.
okay.
Up this like.
I got an idea I want you to experiment with. What is our goal with this technique? What would make it easier for us in order to do that elbow well? Like, what could we make him do that would make the elbow work better?
I'm not sure. I keep getting caught up.
Like
on
if he
doing
was
the time.
if he was closer to you, that would be better, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah. So, what we want to do, yeah. Think about this as an idea. Me jamming him this way, it made him back up.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
So me doing this, now it's like I have to go big step forward in order to get that done. So how can we do this technique?
Down.
Well, now see here, let's try that. So here we go. Down.
Well,
That's,
no,
that's a
pull
little
down,
bit.
but-
That's a little bit better, but it's still making him go away. What can we do to make him come closer instead?
I'm not sure.
Tons and pins can also go this way. So here, right? Yeah, right hand. So if I go ton pin, so right in my face. Yeah. So now if I incorporate the lunge into that, you are right there. So think of instead of this way, think this way, backwards.
Okay.
On pin. The pin almost becomes like a pot style that then you push like that.
Like, almost like a one buck.
Mhm.
So you
So
go
basically do a
backwards.
ton one puck, except it's down,
Okay.
and then over.
Wing Chun,
One
what's
one
that
buck.
actually called?
This is tansao. Yeah. What we call tansao is actually biusao. It's a thrusting hand. And yeah, and we've just taken anything that looks like this and called it tansao, no matter how you move it.
Yeah.
And where they have different names. Yeah.
Makes it easier for simplicity.
Yes. So, yeah. Like that. Try that.
All
Yes.
right. Good, man.
Yeah, feel that?
Yes, I can.
Remember, don't push him away. We want him to come to us.
Okay.
So I'll do it left-handed. Big figures like that. So I actually want him to come towards me. It moves very similarly to a pak lap. It's just the hands are reversed. I'm doing tan in, but it brings him straight in. Try that. Yep, there we go. And now incorporate the lunge.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
No, you-
I feel like I'm getting too close to the shoulder.
but that's the point. You want to get that close.
Well, I mean, with the strike, I don't want to.
That's why I put my arm in front of my face too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I've been hit before. You,
Better. There you go. Okay. 7. Okay. So 7. I see him start to raise his arm. Touch. That's it. So this one's very easy because you don't want to bring it up and then out. Just going like that, just like you're opening a door, is how it goes. And then that hand just rises straight from your hips. A good punch straight like that. That's pretty easy. That's pretty easy for you to do, and pretty hard for them to see it until it gets to right there. So as soon as you see that, then come in. Yep.
and they do either that, or if they come at you like this, but it's even better this way. You block something like that. Good, scoop up.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'm intimidating. Simultaneous.
Together. Good. Good. Yes. It doesn't matter to you. That's fine.
You assaulted me.
Work on your footwork on this one. I'm seeing a backward step pattern happening. It's going
Oh yeah, I'm just doing that to reset.
I know. So, but I'm saying it's a rhythm.
Oh,
That's why I'm noticing it might turn into a habit.
Oh,
that's what I'm thinking whenever-
So when you do this, I want you to cease all motion after the technique
Okay.
and then back up. Don't let the backing up become part of the technique.
All right.
Yeah. So bam. Go back to combat mode, and then quit.
It gives me flags exactly like that cop getting
Yes.
run back every
Yeah.
time.
So yeah, make sure you do. And then stop.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, you can see like you hit just
Yeah.
a little bit. So yeah, it was starting to get in there. So just make sure you take the space, and then reset.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stand your ground.
There you go. Yep. Good. There you go. Okay. 8. Okay. So number 8. There's multiple ways to do this, but the simplest way is simply to duck the head slightly to the side and step forward and then just raise both hands like this. Like that. Just like this. If you got it caught off, if you were caught off guard, you won't have time to set yourself up for that stepping to the side this way.
Yeah.
So if it's a surprise, just stepping forward so that you got good momentum coming in with that. You can see here how my punch will actually be contacting as this lands. But yeah, stay upright as you come into this, and that will give you your most opportunities. Should be around it. There you go. We don't punch boobs. Yes.
Practice stepping to the outside. So
Oh, so should I step to
If
the outside?
if there is anything in Jeet Kune Do that is the Chum Q step, this is it. So you remember the Chum Q step? Okay. That.
Oh.
Do that exactly.
Okay. Oh well.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Get used to it.
Michael, what we're gonna be covering is chunky
Okay.
on Sunday.
That works. Yeah, I think it would be a nightmare to try to
Teach Chunky.
teach the wooden dummy with 7 people simultaneously.
Teach Chunky with full details, step-by-step explanations.
Good.
Better pre-take my drills.
Yes.
Chunky kills the ribs.
is that what Siku Chan's from?
Yeah, we're doing the second level instructor.
So
Yeah.
how many people do you have to teach?
There were 6
6
people
or 8
last
people.
time. So I'm just saying, it's like he's doing it on Zoom. So
Oh,
I mean, I just meant it would be a nightmare for him to try to grade that with watching 7 people simultaneously.
Well, he's gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah. That'd be difficult.
yeah. Oh, there's like 7 other people taking the test.
7 windows.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's not a test really. It's more like a
It's training.
extensive seminar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, so it took 4 hours last time.
And then the second session is hand drills and Chung Chi Sao.
Is that different from regular T-Sock?
What else?
Sounds like it involves pain.
Well, yeah, it starts at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. this coming Sunday.
It's coming Sunday.
Okay.
I'm sure it's possible for him. And like Sifu multi-focuses on us, he'll be staring at his laptop and then say,
Because
check
I
this
listen to
out.
everything that you guys
Well,
want.
he also has us on the screen.
Oh, let him go through my emails.
Okay.
And then the second part is at 11:30.
Okay.
So from 9 till 11.
Yeah. Then get half an hour for lunch.
Looks like.
Okay. Okay. So do that a really aggressive Q step for this. Yeah. The one that you do when you're doing the bumps out.
Pumps out, except for just go that way. Yeah. That's quick simple. That's it.
Oh,
So do, instead of doing this,
yeah.
do that.
That's strange, because, yeah, you're used to looking this way.
Yeah. So do that on here. That will give a lot of force in that direction. Yes. Did you feel that? How it went and actually connected with this core. That's what we want. Yes. Good. Yeah. Okay. 10. Sorry. 9. 9. Switch. So 9. Yes. Same thing as 1. You just come forward, cut that across right there while doing this. In some ways, this is why we do this. Starting neutral helps you do your technique better in a more relaxed way, because you don't get a chance to set your hands, and then maybe your muscles start getting tight.
Yeah.
You start like this, and so then when that comes in, you have to get the angle good.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's actually, I find it easier to get the angle from this position, because it's easier to follow it versus starting here and then
All right.
putting
and
it
then
in
you're
position.
also like lunging around.
Right.
Where
So this one, it's more like just bam, like this. So try it. Good. Next. 10.
Switch up with that too.
Yep.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Combat. Yep. Okay. 10. I just know how slow we've been going, so I have time to do other things. Yeah. Okay. So 10. Got the con and the hit. How you decide to do these depends entirely on your level of awareness. So obviously, if you were caught off guard, it would not be a good idea. It will probably not happen that you'll do the one where you step in and blend. So that would be the scenario if you didn't see it coming and were surprised by it. So that comes in. Then we just follow the arm in.
So looking in the eyes before you
Yeah. 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 And then yeah, it also depends on like one of the reasons for it would be you're trying to force them backwards, like whatever reason that might be, to go bam and then hit like that. So you're trying to create more space. Maybe you need to maybe say you've got 2 people right here who don't know how to do anything, and so you're trying to create a bit more space so that they don't get caught in anything. So you jamming it and then doing that creates a little bit more distance so that they're not involved. But then if you see it coming, then bam is going to be a good option as well. Right. Okay. I want to see full stationary for just a little bit, and then move back.
Okay.
Yep, stationary but relaxed. How I do it generally is you do the technique, you feel that tension of the strike, and then settle and relax. So when you go to combat stance, you don't go and get firm. You loosen up and then go back. So that way you're constantly telling yourself relax after every technique.
Okay.
Yeah.
And stepping back like that, giving them time to recuperate and try to think of something else. But if you're right here, immediately do something else.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Good.
Okay. I gotta learn how to do that fast.
That's better.
Really get some hip rotation into that hip.
Oh, right.
That's it. Okay. 11. 11.
multiple people. I could go, there we go, but that's not very practical. Actually, the practical way would just be a bob and then coming around. But yeah, what you want to do with this, multiple ways, depends on how aggressive you are. It's like the easiest way, least energy required, is they throw that punch and you do a wax off. So wax off, boom. You don't even have to sidestep on that. If you keep going forward and then you just come down like this, you can get it done. So if you are really surprised by it, or they have a ton of body weight coming into that, then it might be a good idea to do this and maybe hit them as they go by it or trip them. But if you're certain of the weight difference, you can do that same thing right here. The more aggressive way, and this is from Lechu, is to use a blade hand and cut straight across. So, like that. All you do. Right. So it's this isn't anything in Wing Chun. This I'm slicing like that and bring it down.
I was thinking of that move where
You
Right.
can even use a wedge block.
Yes. You could wedge block it right here, like this. I don't know if you've seen that one yet.
a few times, but
You
I've
basically
never
just
done
go
it.
like this and then come straight out. It creating a triangle means that any attacks have to glance off, and then you're allowed to hit with the other hand. That's a Jerry Boutique thing.
Trey would argue you could do an X block right here.
X block.
I remember that day.
Who was talking about that?
Trey.
Trey, he was like, you can do an X block like that.
Yeah, do that punch. Yeah. So X block.
And how are you gonna get around to doing that punch? You know,
Yeah.
how are you gonna do the rubber 11 from there?
I would go. That's about it from there.
Oh, you just
So-
shoot those.
So yeah, just for the really aggressive one, you actually just stab across like that. So try multiple versions.
You said from Lei Shu?
It's from the Yushu.
Lee's Shu.
Spelled L-E-I.
Oh, yeah.
You have to ask Chen how to say it. That'd be, yes. It is Cantonese. Oh, we don't know if he speaks Cantonese.
I don't know if he's Cantonese Mandarin.
Yeah,
He's Hong Kong, so
probably Cantonese, but who knows? Who knows if
Hong
he...
Kong was made
No,
we
Bruce
spoke
is Cantonese.
Cantonese. They live in Hong Kong.
Okay. 12.
We got Moss back.
It is. It's nice to know.
Flying.
Okay, so 12 moves a lot like a boxing move. So you just want to slip like that, and then dead arm him underneath to give you room to do something else.
Now this comes from your mock jump technique also.
Yes, it's like the boxing version of it. Because, well, Mak Jong or
No, I'm sorry.
Jump You. Yeah. That. Boom. So we're doing that right-handed. So we're doing that, but instead of hitting it on the top and the bottom,
Yeah.
we're just letting it pass by and hitting it on the bottom. So it's kind of like the same idea, just a different flavor.
Yeah, if you really hate the guy, you can go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just slip it. And basically how I do this one, just thinking of it from a neutral stance perspective, this isn't one probably that you would lunge to do. Because if I have this much space and I need to lunge to do that, I'm going to do something else. So it's like if he throws that, I'd rather do something like that.
Yeah.
So what this is for is when there isn't a lot of space between you, and you're in the very close to you phase, and then you know that punch is gonna come. So that's a bam, dead arm, and then step in
following that. So it moves more like I do the strike while I'm actually stepping up to go forward. So, bam, and then I do something. Then I hit him with the real thing. Because all that this is going to do, this is going to sting and give him butterfingers and really numb everything. But it's not, it doesn't cause.
Butterfingers.
Yeah,
Nobody better steal my butterfingers.
yeah, you can bite him. You can bite him afterward. If you do that, you bite his fingers and you can taste the peanuts. Okay, give that a shot. I sometimes, yeah, it's good to think about things like that just to know it's like this is different kinds of scenarios, different kinds of attacks. So yeah, you wouldn't want to go, okay, my big thing here is I'm going to go for that dead arm. So lunge, get the dead arm. That's not what you would do.
See a fist coming at your
Right.
face right there.
Right. So this is a very quick snap, and then do something else. Okay. That was a very flood. Make sure you get with that knuckles up like this. That's what I call it. Yeah.
You can grab a little bit more.
Oh, like, okay,
Yeah,
good.
don't throw it over. Keep your pop control. Yeah, that's the
I think this is one where thinking about it like a fencing move. Think of it, snap, that motion. So it's very quick. Get that flick. So if you think like a fencer would move. Same. That quick. Do that with this, just with nothing in your hand.
Except all this danger.
You see how kind of big that is? Part of the power is the shock of the flick. So this is not one that you go and leave it there like that. Part of it is that I can't flick very well with this thing. So we don't use it. You say you want just go quick, not trying to like that. So because we want just a little click. You know how easy it is to knock yourself on the flame gun and it messes with even with light.
Yeah.
So if we snap it like that, that'll get the result we want. Yeah. Even lighter. Think more flick. Yes. Lighter with necessarily the speed. We want sacrifice a little bit of power for more speed. That's what it is.
Spoilers with this move.
There we go. 13. Okay. 13. See that coming in? Now, this one especially, use the same thing we were talking about for 6. We don't want to jam this. We want him to come to us. So, this. Now, if you incorporate your footwork with that, you get even closer. So think of this. Like if I didn't do the grab at all, what it would look like is that. That would be useful, like if they were sprinting at you and then threw a big punch. Then it would be to go past. So now we're just grabbing and hitting them as they go by. Bam! And then they keep going that way. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Give them a little bit more forward momentum.
And pull him towards you while you do that box.
There you go. Good. Now, what we can fix scientifically there. Right now, you've got it so that we're good. You're going way back here for that back fist. Like this. Keep that right here. So get your power from your waist twist. So come here. That's how you get that. Right there.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. So leave it right here. Oh, your arm is actually going under it and then coming back out. So think on top.
Right here, on top of it. Stay up here. Yes. Now widen your stance as you come out. Yeah. Oh, came way down on that. Slow it down and do it 5 times with just a little motion. Step forward. Make sure you step forward. Oh, yeah. So yeah, really be intentional about this one. So don't try to not think on this. Really be conscious of every move.
Okay. You get under me like that, and I'm already, as soon as you're pulling me, I'm already trying to do something. So I get in there.
They will immediately tense up as soon as they feel your hand. Yeah, step.
Right.
There we go.
Otherwise, the buttons pretty good.
There we go. Do that a few more times.
Nope.
Came under. So slow it down, and once you feel that on top of, you go straight from there. Right there. Yeah. Yep.
If you need
Try
to,
not to even pull it back.
Yeah, if you need to, just use my arm as a guide. Just right up my arm.
Yes. Yes. Think about it this way as well. What's going on here is that you would probably not do this move on somebody who is just right here.
Yeah.
Because if I come in and I just go,
Yeah.
probably not gonna get it.
Yeah, I can't get that.
Right. So what is this move for then? It's for this. Oh, good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Get up that block.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, so get the pop up. Pop up. Here we go. See that? That's what it's for. It's for when somebody comes in and gives all their weight to it. So make that smaller. Oh. Yes, that's what that's for. See, it's almost hard to not hit them when they're doing it like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Okay. 14. So this one, imagine how devastating it is when they come in like that and you go bam into their ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 14. So yeah, they come in, bam, right there. This one is very important for you to get good solid feet. So they come in. Try that.
You gotta watch how you're doing your hammer fist.
Pretty like me. What? Don't come back here. What? Just come back. Just turn your hips into it.
This looks very similar to a very old Tai Chi move. And this is one way to think of it. You ever seen them do this?
Not really. I don't
But this-
know anything about Tai Chi.
That motion there.
Yeah, I can maybe get in.
Yeah. No, that's real. So he comes in with that punch. That's what's going on there. So this move is the same. See this? It comes this way, and then comes back around. Moves in a circle. So it's just the circle goes this way. So you let it come in. So rather than because that's a Z. Instead, like you can see right here, what I meant was that's that. Bring it. Let the pop up feed your hammer fist. Yes. Now just get the hammer fist out there too, so that you have more room. Yes. Good. Okay. 15. 15 is one where we are being very sneaky. And so as that energy comes in, we're not gonna be there. It's the sort of thing where I think if you do this right, most people won't know what happened if they look at it.
Because
Because
the thing of this is like a bar move, like some
Right.
drunk dudes like trying
Yep.
to throw a punch at you like that.
they'll throw the punch and then be all, ugh, and then people will think that maybe they swung too wild and punched themselves in the nuts, which has happened a few minutes. Yeah, when they miss. So, so all we're gonna do is we're gonna focus for this one. Focus on this sidestep motion while getting that strike from there. Good.
You know the way she moved?
What?
You don't know the way she moved, do you?
Where we don't sidestep, we just grab the nuts and twist until they fall off.
No,
Good.
it's not exactly
Grab the nuts and put it into a shoulder throw.
Ow. Now make sure you slap his leg pretty good
Yeah.
with the target. You got a target down there?
Yeah, I got my target down
Hit
there.
the target, hit it good.
I'll be staying in the leg, so if you want to put it
Here I
actually
think is
on
the difference, what I'm kind of seeing in your motion. And this comes from practicing it like this instead of going past and having it be a more lively motion. Here, you can be right. The other hand is probably. So instead, it's like what's happened is you're kind of coming in like this, which means that it has to be straight arm. It has to be right here in front of you, otherwise it's not going to work. So, which means this angle has to be perfect, and you're actually going to run into it. So, think more out here, more bicep and elbow, rather than shoulder only like this. Okay. So reach out and slap it on the way. So we come here. Yeah. So actually, you're going to, if you aren't going to run your hip into his, then you're going to have to reach out and get it like that. So think of it that way. Reach out this way rather than straight down.
Okay.
Get down here.
Yeah, and you're going a little too far outwards. Go kind of right beside me.
Now don't try not to stay sideways. So try not to face it. So what I'm seeing you do, you're kind of doing this.
Yeah.
Step fast.
Yeah.
Like you're going.
Think this might be interesting. Here, why don't you just set up right here? Let's say, but facing me. Back up a little further.
Fixing him.
Yep, and just set up in your position with the pad. Maybe on the. This will probably hurt you if you do it like that. So maybe put it on the leg a little bit more.
That's what I've been doing. I haven't been holding it directly on my crotch.
So
I've been holding.
what I want you to do is I want you to jog past him and do this. Like that. Just to loosen things up a little bit. More loose. You're still classical. So like more bar fight. Because like in an actual fight, you're not going to go 1, 2, 3. So relax a little bit. Get past there. Better. Very good. There we go. Okay. Now, add in the punch. Now just do that, but with the top sock. That's better. And move faster. Like do this exactly the same thing, except he's now got a punch that you got to block. Back up a little bit from each other.
Yeah. I don't feel any contact from block out there. I would hit you.
So back up more. Back up more. Like so that you guys you back up here. Like you start over here. So that you guys have to actually kind of create some distance. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Now, just to get the flow even better, for this one, you know the advance. It's here, and then just bring it. Do that on this so that you're not always trying to credit this number. Good. Back up to four. Try again. Just no full face. Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. Okay, 16.
Let me show you leash here real quick.
Leash here.
This one?
Yeah.
Are you throwing the punch?
Oh, okay. I thought we were just doing it. Here.
So you hit and then hit.
Oh, okay. Shove it in there, thanks.
So whenever we make a fist, I'm not hitting the balls like this. I'm going. Imagine how on your balls.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
I can't.
So that's called monkey stealing peach.
I can't.
So to do it smooth, smooth.
Yeah.
So I'm not pulling them off, but I'm doing that to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then going BAM!
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
Oh, throat hit. Okay. Throat hit or whatever you got.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going.
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So imagine getting tapped in the nuts. What are you going to do?
No. He's like
What are
he
you
hits
going to
you.
do?
No. If he hits you, what do you do?
What do you do? You go. Ugh!
Like that.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been hit in the nuts?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm just kind of
Yes.
there's a lot of
So-
things you guys got.
So I hit you, boom, right? I hit you in the nuts.
Yeah.
And then I hit you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's a leash.
For a kiss next, what are you gonna do?
What?
Then you have to buy him dinner.
So now, why we do this in JKD? Legalities.
What?
Legalities.
Talking about police or?
This is liable to kill you.
Oh, okay. Well, but you can still do it just a palm strike to 10 if you wanted.
Look how far you have to bend down,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get any power in that.
Yeah.
That's just shoulder power.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do it to a solar plexus.
Not really.
Not really. Yeah.
Smooth shot, right up to the throat.
I suppose.
And if he's small like him, you go, BAM!
Yeah. That would be the other way. Is just to bring it up and down. Yeah.
You grab that throat, slam under.
Mhm.
And then get a phone call after.
Yeah.
Police.
Take pictures. Yeah. That would be bad if your phone can tell whether or not you're beating someone up.
So that wasn't JKD what I was showing.
No.
That was leash.
Well, it's very, very mean, JKD. Yeah.
Really mean JKD.
Yeah.
So these shoe is like,
That's his.
It's the most brutal form of JKD you can make.
Take out anything that's nice.
so that's like the branch of combatics that you guys were doing. It's just another branch of that.
Well,
or-
no, it's mine.
But it's all yours.
It's
Yeah.
all mine.
Okay.
Our number 12, I wouldn't do that in leash shoe. I would do
You would actually.
the
do
wing
break.
chun arm break.
Okay.
At the very least, even if you don't break the arm, you might still strain it enough to make it.
Well, and then think about it. You also have it right there in your hand.
Yeah.
Eventually, we might not have such a peaceful world, and we might eventually have to do these shoe techniques.
Well, the way I see it is I started developing this 3 or 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And it was for me because I have my shoulder, overweight, knees are shot. I can't box with anybody anymore. Everything's got to count. Everything's got to count badly. So that's why I decided to do this. Number 12. So for me, so rather than doing this, right, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do something like this, or go, bam, you know, it's already broken.
It's one of my favorites. So
Yeah. You just have to do that one quick so that they don't do anything to the back of your head.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, they're already suffering from this.
Mhm.
You know, you just popped it real good. You know, now you can grab that tricep. Or if it's, you know, full throat, a broken arm.
They have to do a cartwheel.
Oh, they're not gonna get past that.
No, I just meant that that's what'll end up happening if you throw your hip into that. They go,
Now, if I've got three, I'm not gonna do anything fancy like that. I'm gonna hit and then I'm gonna get ready out.
Yeah.
You know, I just broken his arm. Bam.
Mhm.
Now I just got rid of him.
Yeah.
No, too, I gotta worry about y'all now.
Yeah.
The kill version.
Basically.
Hmm.
Who was the one military guy again? What was his name again?
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
About my size. He was about my size.
Also doesn't narrow it down. Aaron?
What was this? The
No.
JKD people?
No, he left recently because
Oh, Nate.
Nate, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He was whenever he first came, he was trying to do all his like kill techniques and stuff, I remember. Yeah.
I fired a crazy one for that too, Mark.
What, for doing what?
That's all he wanted to learn.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, I thought you meant for doing them all the time. Yeah.
That's all the other thing he wanted to
Then we had Mr. Pinchy.
do. He was fun.
Yeah. Remember him? The guy who knew lots of pressure points and stuff, but like whenever he did gauntlet, he'd go in there and go to the beginning and then grab your boot and twist it. And it was like,
Well, you guys late.
well, but it was his turn. We were doing like punch and then he does the 25s and then goes, yeah.
He tried doing that shit on me one day and I almost broke his finger.
Yeah, you go, no. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he'd go for the love handle. Okay, 16. 16. I am, yes. Just raise the hand and hit. Cool. Just go up. There you
So
go.
what time does your shift start?
10 o'clock. It takes, I gotta leave at like 9 though, because even walking from my car to the work station, it takes like 15 minutes. So I gotta,
Yeah, that plant out there is huge.
yeah. And then there's trains everywhere, around pretty much. So the only way in at every entrance is like 90% chance it's gonna be a train. So,
That's why I hate it about working in that area.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying.
Trains.
Yeah.
Right. There we go. Good. Okay, 17. I want to explain some Malaga. We don't have enough time.
Oh wait, what is it again?
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much right there.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Now, remember this one. This is just like the Wing Chandra that you see on the DVDs. Yeah. So this is like Bong Lap Da is the name of the drill. Yeah. So what you want to work on there is don't let your hands get tangled up right here. Because what this energy is it rises, which is why this one is very good for starting from neutral. Because I can do that bong style just by going like this. Okay. So also another option is to grind this, pull this towards you, and grind this into that. Now, so it depends on what you want to do there. You can play it just here, it's up, then down, up, down. Right. And back down. So actually pull the lock this way. And when you get the lock, actually put it down this way. And then, yeah. There you go. Mm-hmm. Good. 18. Other hand. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Well, you would step forward with your right hand, so I was confused. So yeah, left foot forward, and then it's rear hand. Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, going south. So yeah, you're jamming. Go this way. Yeah. You're kind of using a chopping motion. Make sure you use your palm like this. More gentle. There you go.
And you're stepping off to the side again and punch. Sure.
There we go. That's good. Good. That was your best one. So, 19. Yeah, be just as aggressive, but you should be slow with your left foot forward. Good. Good. Okay, 20. Yes. Nope, that's 21. So 20 is just jam and hit. Nope, you're rolling. So just.
Okay.
Sorry. There you go. Good. Okay, now 21. Good.
In the ground every time.
All right.
Yeah. Interesting philosophical question for you. Why does 21 doing that rolling block? Why does that exist? Because we have 20, which pins and hits. So why would we go pin hit?
I would imagine, well, the first block is for bridging create contact, and then
Yes.
so basically for more control.
That's Bruce Lee like it.
It's because it's aggressive. It's so a pin hit can work pretty good. It also works. It's like doing this creates more forward motion going that way. Additionally, it's also good if you are surprised. So it's like, I just barely got that on there. So now I need this to really get it solid. So it's like, yeah, I got caught off guard. So this is just a quick one, and like that's not good. So I have to switch in order to get that. There's a lot of stuff that's we can't always assume we're going to have 100% perfect awareness and know what everyone's doing. So there's some techniques that are oh crap techniques.
Okay.
Essentially. Yeah, try that. Good. Good. All right, and I think we're good for today.
Yeah, I gotta be
Yeah.
even square on time every night.
Yep. Okay, so let's clean things up first.
Go ahead and bow out.
Okay,
You need to
bow
get
out.
out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, you only got one thing.
All right.
Ready? Yep.
Taekwondo is a non-classical, non-traditional Chinese American martial art developed by Bruce Lee and James Lee for actual combat in the street, and described by Bruce Lee as scientific street fighting. Derived from Wing Chun Kung Fu, Western boxing, and fencing, using the principles of realism, simplicity, and individuality, avoiding sport, competition, or aesthetics. Using no way as a way, having no limitation as limitation.
Good job, Robert. Good job.
Okay, thank you.
You got these people?
Yeah. So yeah, you're following the same sort of pattern as both Bushido Kempo and Krav Maga, where you're using JKD as a base and then building a new.
Krav Maga is nearly 100% JKD.
Yeah.
See, they have more of a ground game.
Yeah.
Because
it's-
because the military, they have that big ass pack.
And so it's safer to do ground things. They got literal armor on.
Right.
I would like if we expanded on that, honestly.
Well,
You can't always guarantee they're not gonna take you to the.
Oh, it's not
I
just that.
have so far.
Yeah.
The main thing about it is that most ground techniques were invented without biting or eye gouging in mind.
Yeah.
And so it's like what we can do a ground day sometime, but it's the thing that like when I was teaching Anish at home, he was so worried about ground fighting, but then when I showed him, it was like, well, you just jab him in the eyes right here, and then the ground part is over, and now you're back on your feet.
That would be a good Saturday class.
Yeah, just to show people it's like we can do this, but it's just what I found was the ground part is over very fast when you're not using like elbows and strategy things, because we can just go, it's like, there's your leg, bite it. It's like,
Since Jordan does come from a wrestling background,
yeah, that'll be
it'd
interesting.
be fun to play around with that.
Yeah.
And then it takes his wrestling pretty seriously.
He does, well, that's what he knows, and he was good at it.
Mhm.
Hi, man. You
All right,
careful.
see ya.
Alright, y'all take it easy.
Yeah,
Congrats on
there's
getting
a-
that jump, then.
Heck yeah, thank you. It's pretty fun so far.
Yes, if you waiting on me.
Yeah,
Secret
secret
murder.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's see,
Did I forget my jacket?
Okay, your shirt.
I did, oh, maybe I did.
Yeah.
We are slowly expanding Robert's ability to take in information. We hit the barrier though right there. With the going hit. Yep. 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 Yeah, so, but that was a lot of more advanced info I was throwing at.
And he was